Taking a look at Matt Burkeen right now, it looks like he runs in the 6th spot right behind Hunter Porch.
Oh, Fro going down, going from 1st to 3rd. Wow.
Oh, yeah, Sideoff has taken over the lead. Lana to 2nd. And like you said, Fro, Dominic Tiberino's back to 3rd. Doyon in 4th, and then Hunter Porch has Matt Burkeen trying to get by him on the left side of the track, and Burkeen does it, just squeaks by him on that uphill.
Great racing so far early in the night. Love it.
Nycott was also able to sneak by Hunter Porch, so Nycott, after that early fall, trying to come forward. Got a solid ride for the 761 machine of Phil Doyon right now, still inside of the top 5.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Don't see his name much up near the front, but so far holding it down in 4th. 12 seconds behind your race leader. So side
Your
off.
track walk earlier, just out of curiosity, what is your honest, after putting in so many laps, I saw that you, I think it was like a 213, 211, you got somewhere around there, right?
Yeah, it was like a 212 or something.
212, yeah. So what's your honest thoughts? And here's the thing, I personally like the new Millville compared to last year. I'm just curious on, somebody that's ridden, played the game for years, all this stuff. What's your 2 cents on it after, now that it's pro race time?
Yeah, well, I mean, my honest thoughts is that I only put 4 laps on in the track. I downloaded it this morning, did track walk, and then was gone for the day. So.
Oh, that sucks. I thought you put more in time in. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. But honestly, it's kind of funny. I'm in a group chat on text messages with, Chris Riesenberger, Checkers, as he goes by, who
of course, yeah,
creates this track, and he was kind of saying he didn't like it. He thought the track kind of sucked, and then I played it in the 4 laps that I played. I kind of thought it was pretty fun. I didn't know what he was getting after. I thought it was pretty well built. There wasn't anything that I could see that was glaringly wrong. So, but
yeah,
I like the track.
It's one of those things that sometimes if you have a track for not out for too long, or if you have it for too long, you work on it too long, you kind of overthink things, and it ends up being from some stuff that's fun to I might have made this more technical than it should. I think this track just has great flow if you get a good lap going. I really do. It's a little bit different than last year's, but in a lot of many good ways. So
yeah, and to your point with this whole open qualifying format that we're having outdoors, as compared to people getting actual sessions, it does open it for a lot more criticism, because people are like, well, they played it for like 3 straight days now, and they know where every bump is, so they're going to complain about that one random bump on the track.
Yeah, this side of the triple's lower than the other side. It's not fair to us. Yada yada.
All right.
It all comes out. Yeah. But with a track this close, it's like I said, 24 hours. That's not a lot of time to figure out all the little loopholes of the track, and it's going to make this week interesting.
Yeah, well, what I really like about it, and we've had this kind of a format that we call winter indoor qualifying, because there used to be a winter indoor series back in the day. It doesn't exist anymore, where qualifying they'd release a track 2 hours before the race. You get an hour to qualify, and then qualifying would be done, and everybody would be having to get in the server, and they'd get heats underway and stuff like that. So it forced people to learn the track really quickly, and I thought that, in my opinion, that brought out the best riders in this game, because it showed you the people that didn't have to learn every nook and cranny on the track to know how to play the game well.
Exactly. Is it Chatapult on this track? Yes, it is, of course. You can't have Millville without Chatapult anymore. Come on.
Right.
Jared, leader right now, about to hit it right now.
Yeah, there is Sidehoff whipping it off the Chatapult. We're going to go back to 2nd right now. Clement Lana's there, and then Dominic Tiberino in 3rd. These guys have kind of spread out a little bit. Sidehoff, a nice lead, and now Phil Doyon, who's running in 4th still, coming under attack from Matt Burkeen, your points leader.
Pretty amazing to me to look at lap times right now. Right now, our leader is sitting at a 2:07.8, while 2nd right now, as he goes down, sadly, Lana is with a 2:09, with a 2:10 in 3rd, all the way back to a 2:14 in 4th. So that shows how big of a gap there is from just even in the top 5. It's crazy.
Yeah. It also can kind of detail what traffic is like early on, because Burkeen, obviously probably one of the faster riders here today, not getting through the pack as quickly as I'm sure he'd like, and it's also suffering in the lap time department as well.
Oh, agreed. Absolutely.
But Burkeen is up to 4th now. Still a good ride for Doyon sitting in 5th, although he gets into a tough block on the inside there. He's got to watch out. Rush Chapman, Thomas Wilcox, Hunter Porch, and Tyler Lewis are trying to sneak up behind him on the downhill of Mount Martin.
Great three-way battle right now between Doyon, Chapman, and Wilcox right now for 5th through 7th. Amazing battle.
Yeah, Chapman has really started charging up onto the back of Doyon here in the last couple corners. And now Wilcox has got to drive through the rollers.
Doesn't make it happen, though. Goes outside to hopefully keep the inside back momentum. It might. There it is. Makes the pass.
Yeah, and Chapman got by Doyon as well. So they both shuffled Doyon back in the last couple corners there.
Wilcox again makes another pass. Wow.
Inside, yeah, Wilcox gets into the top 5 over the finish line.
Other two was just a straight error, but man, Wilcox showing style with that scrub.
Tyler Lewis, Hunter Porch, Dade Honeywell, your fastest qualifier back here in 10th with Craig Leak right behind him. All these guys kind of in a train right now.
As of right now, 5th is faster than 3rd and 4th. So right now he could easily take 2nd if he gets a good drive going.
Oh, we got a rider down. That was Doyon. So Doyon, who was running so well early on, now looks like he falls outside of the top 10.
Oh, and Doyon sliding out again in a corner.
Yeah, so Nycott and
13. Wow.
Nycott and his teammate Lalong both get by. Going to be interesting to see how Dade Honeywell works his way through the field here. Fastest qualifier on the day, as these guys are still getting dirty on the catapult.
Oh, huge scrubs coming out. Exactly. Yeah, Honeywell's on a charge right now. Looks like he might. Oh, somebody else down.
That was, can't quite tell. Must be a lapper. Oh, it was Russ Chapman.
Oh.
So Chapman, who was up inside the top 5. Yeah. Oh! That was Nycott that just landed on him.
I was curious on who that was. Man, everybody's grouping up from about 9th through 13th right now. Everybody's just packed right there. Even 8th back, I should say. 7th too. Wow, everybody's now grouped up.
Yeah, suddenly Lalong, who nearly had that good start, finds himself coupled in a couple of people here, and he gets by 2 riders who's on the ground. Now he's right behind Hunter Porch.
Down. Yeah, went back to 10th now. Damn.
Things are shuffling up quickly, but meanwhile, up front, it's still your race leader, Jared Seidhoff. Comfortable but not large gap over Clement Lana. And Tiberino's dropped back a little bit more.
Oh, Leland goes down after the Lewis incident. Wow. It caused him to go back even further, it looks like.
Whoa, my camera just had a spasm attack there. Not sure what's happening.
You still having issues? You good?
No, it was weird. I was on Craig Leak for a second, and it was just going from camera to camera. As if like he would timed out or something, and it couldn't figure out where he was.
A couple of them were Christmas treeing for a second, so I'm not sure. Somebody's asking to do a rundown of top 10. I'll leave that to you, Kellen. You're a lot better at that than I am. Go for it.
All right, so we've got your race leader, Jared Seidhoff, riding for the Prestige Worldwide team. He's running up front. And we go back to the French rider, Clement Lana. Overall winner at Muddy Creek for EMC, runs in 2nd. TBR's Dominic Tiberino, the number 15 machine, runs in 3rd. And then privateer / Aaron gear rider Matt Burkeen runs in 4th, with Dade Honeywell, your fastest qualifier on Team Race Tech, closing up on him from 5th. Thomas Wilcox, TM Factory Racing, now sits in 6th. Hunter Porch, Prestige Worldwide rider like Jared Seidhoff, sits in 7th. With Team Meta rider Tyler Lewis sitting in 8th. Cool to see Meta out there. And, oh, I thought Craig Leak was going down, but Leak able to survive that. He's running in 9th. Kevin Lalong, another EMC concept graph rider, rounds out your top 10. He's got his teammate Victor Nycott right behind him in 11th.
Look at that. So pro. You need to take over Fro or Shaheen's job. There you go. Done.
So this battle from about, I think this is 8th back, still pretty tight. 7th or 8th back with Tyler Lewis, Hunter Porch, Craig Leak, and Kevin LeLong with Victor Nykaw right behind him.
Wow, leader going through some lappers that are all nicely taking the inside, letting him just rail the outside. No big deal at all with lappers there. Wow.
Oh, and the lappers get together, so Sidehoff makes it clean through the whoops. Here's Lana! Oh, I thought he was going to ride out of that.
I was going to say, if you rode out of that, we would have had to take a shot just because we're both here for a pike sale.
Yeah, that was
amazing.
That was insane.
Oh,
and he
almost taking out, who was it, just by Pro.
Yeah, he nearly got up in second, so I didn't know that Tiberino was that far behind, but now a pretty large lead for Sidehoff as Tiberino comes through in second.
Bro, huge scrub on the Chatapult. That was beautiful.
Ride her down.
Down on the Chatapult, yeah.
Honeywell now runs in fourth, so Burkeen has been passed by him and Wilcox. Wilcox up to fifth, Burkeen back to sixth.
Honeywell's making such a great ride out of this right now. I'd see him podium tonight, easy.
Yeah, your fastest qualifier has worked his way through the field quite well. Now runs in fourth. He's going to have to go try to chase the lead group, though.
Might have to send him a DM about his setup later, see what he's got running.
Honeywell, of course, no slouch, was your 2015 250 West Coast Supercross champion this year. Beat out Matt Burkeen to get that title. Slowly coming around to the outdoors.
Lapper going right in front of him, cutting across, almost taking Lana out with him.
Oh, Tiberino just slid out in a rut in second, so Lana's going to take the spot back. I didn't realize how far ahead these guys were of Honeywell. Honeywell about 10 seconds behind him.
Look at you go right now, Kellen. 58 viewers right now. Not bad at all. Nice.
Oh,
nice.
right on. I don't see the viewers because I just have chat open.
No, I was saying, somebody just mentioned it in chat. It's awesome, though. Right at
Yeah,
60,
that is
that's
awesome.
Oh, and Fro down. Wow, in second. Where is third? Still about 10 seconds back. Definitely caught up quite a bit. Gonna go cut it down to 2.4. Oh, that's a huge loss. As Honeywell almost goes down, catching up to him in third.
Man, Sidehoff has a humongous lead now. I just checked it real quick, but yeah, Tiberino has an earful of Honeywell closing up on him as he split Honeywell or Tiberino and Lana now.
And speaking of which on this track, I know you probably saw it. Have you seen the Hunter Route edit? I wasn't sure who put it up on YouTube, but oh my god. I wish I could ride like that on this track.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I have seen Hunter put a couple laps in on this track, and I don't understand, man. Aliens is all I've ever come up with because these guys are ridiculous.
Yeah. The 203 that he ran on just a fun play lap, and then had these edits of him just throwing it dirty everywhere on the track, no big. And on board, I'm just sitting back like, yeah. How do you hit those ruts? How are you doing this right now? But I agree, aliens. Yeah, 100%. That's Illuminati and aliens. That's all we can come up with. There you go.
Here goes Honeywell up in a second as he just got by Tiberino. Yeah. So Honeywell really on a charge now, moves into second. Lana has lost a lot of ground. Wilcox just went down. He was in fifth. So Burkeen looks like he got by, as did Craig Leak.
And our leader goes down as well, allowing Honeywell to catch up a little bit. It's still at 30 seconds back.
Yeah.
Quite a good buffer.
We are past halfway in this moto. So you cannot save money on your car insurance, but you can count down the time that we have left in the upper left-hand corner. We've got just about 12 minutes and 10 seconds coming up here, plus 2 laps to go.
Honeywell looking like he's on a charge right now, just... Wait. He cut it down to 12.8.
Now 5.2 on my screen. Suddenly Sidehoff is in grips of him, and I'm on board with Dade Honeywell here. We're going to go on board with this lap here.
Yeah, I'll join you. Sounds good. Killing it right now.
It's wide open everywhere. Here we go through the rollers.
Yep. Feathering the clutch every once in a while, only when he needs to. No braking needed, no gear braking, nothing. It's crazy.
Man, if only Sim was this easy.
He's playing arcade mode, don't even think about it, it's all good.
Yeah.
I really read chat and stream, but the handguards on his Honeywell's bike at 100 horsepower, yes, I agree with that right now. He is on fire right now.
Man, 2.3 seconds is the gap. You can see Sidehoff over the top of the hill in front of him.
Sidehoff is going to be sweating in a second here. Has he had that 32 seconds at max gap?
Yeah, that was only a lap ago, so he must have really gotten into some lappers. Not taking anything away from Honeywell. He's rode a great last lap, but there's no way you gain 30 seconds without some help.
Issue. God, it's such a good race battle right now, period.
So we'll stay on board to see what kind of lap Honeywell runs here.
Yeah, doing the same. I'm curious.
2:08.8, so a little slower than the last lap that he ran, but still gained so much time. In fact, Sidehoff last time by ran at 2:18.9.
Oh, yeah, something must have happened for that 10-second gap between the two.
Give you an update on your top 5. It is still Sidehoff leading over Honeywell. That's the battle we are watching on your screen. Tiberino sits 3rd, Lana 4th, and Matt Burkeen inside of the top 5. But the battle for the lead is heating up here. 20 minutes in. Dade Honeywell has come from a long way back to get to this position to challenge Jared Sidehoff for the race lead.
And just charging right now. I just can't believe what I'm seeing on half of this.
Well, apologies there for a second, folks. Again, my stream, it just dropped frames, but looks like we're back. Oh, Honeywell!
Oh. And down again, trying to get going. I hate that. I do that when I'm frustrated, just need to go. Oh.
Alright, looks like we're finally leveling out. The stream had a little issue there for a second. We didn't drop a ton of frames, but we're back going here.
Slight hiccup. All good.
So Honeywell did lose a little bit of time with that somewhat crash slide out thingy. But now Dominic Tiberino sits 3rd. Burkeen is up to 4th, so we've lost Clement Lana. We've really lost Clement Lana. He's all the way back in 8th now.
Awesome. You're over 60 viewers now, bro. There you go. Big times.
Yeah, right on. I had a question in chat before tonight's event. What's the most amount of viewers I've had? And I believe it was a little over 75, like 78 or something at Anaheim 1 this year. But we have not come, like, not even close since then. So this is really awesome to see so many people joining and hanging out in chat. Always cool to see.
No, I'm just happy to be a part of this now weekly. Like, I know it sounds stupid. Like, Wednesdays have become, like, one of those days of the week. I'm like, yeah, pro stream, let's have fun, let's go for it. And, you know, racing and everything else, it's always a good part of the week, so.
Man, people are saying we're up to 65 now. Well, maybe we'll break that record tonight.
Go for it. Let's do some of that birthday magic. Tweet it out, guys.
Yeah, birthday magic.
Messages. Yeah, tell everybody. Bring them in here. And also, if you guys haven't followed, please do. Anybody, especially watching here from my streams as well, guys, hit him up. Kellen is part of the reason why I do what I do on Sim, so be sure to follow him. Awesome guy.
Well, definitely be sure to follow MotoAgogo, twitch.tv/MotoAgogo.
Much fun as it is to say it as it is to watch. There you
It
go.
is. That's a good slogan right there.
Yeah, it might be on the next shirt. We'll see what happens.
On the next shirt.
Well, actually, no. We have a 30th birthday limited edition shirt out right now. We're only 4 days left on, so once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah,
so.
I saw it. Wasn't that the one that Dio drew you?
Yeah, it's a joke. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Funny too. I even made the joke today. I was like, "Looks like I have a kid that came home from elementary school. Drew this picture and said, 'Here, Daddy, put on the fridge,' and I made a shirt out of it."
Oh man,
I love it.
good times. Oh, we've got a wild checkers in here.
What's up, Checkers?
Hi.
Hold on, I need to turn them up. I don't have them down at all.
What's going on, Mr. Trackmaker?
Not much. Just I wanted to watch the track race for a bit, and I'm gonna go actually work on Washugo. I don't think I'm gonna race tonight because I only have a couple days to work on Washugo.
Well, we're glad to have you here. I don't know if you've ever had pleasantries with Moto Agogo, but he helps me do these live streams now. So, Moto Agogo, Checkers.
I really appreciate all you do, man. I really do. Thank you.
Thanks. I'm glad I can provide 7.5 entertainment all day.
Trust me, I won't be the D Davis of the group right now after what I saw today. So.
You're all good. I enjoy it. I like watching people make idiots of themselves. Pretty entertaining. Holy crap, I just saw Fro rail the bottom of the end of that split section. I'm guessing everyone's doing it, but I haven't watched anybody really fast play the track yet, so...
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. These guys look like they're just literally on rails all the way around the track sometimes, and like you're saying, Fro, one of the quicker ones tonight running third, but Seidhoff still leads over Honeywell. I thought Honeywell had closed right in, but since Seidhoff had that terrible lap about 3 laps ago, it's stretched out a bit.
But look at them lap times. It's the new team name for Honeywell, though, for sure.
Yeah, there you go. Race tech suspension on board.
Getting his setup dialed this weekend, apparently.
That is kind of funny. I know Honeywell has been pretty quick all year, but we have yet to see him really put it together for a race. But the first time we see him on this race tech machine, and he is putting it together in this first moto, trying to run down Jared Seidhoff for the race lead.
Yeah, and he made up over 2 seconds last lap, so they both ran their fastest laps of the race actually last lap around, but Honeywell's was much quicker.
We got a question in chat. Isn't Chris Riesenberg an AI on the MXS TV series? Well, Chris, would you like to explain why that might be a possibility?
Yeah, it was me. We used to put the guys that worked on the game in the game as the AI guys before actually abolished that decision and made it just pro guys because I thought it was kind of cheesy to have fake guys in a game if we wanted to be an actual sports title. I worked on that series for like 5 years. I started as a track designer, went to a game designer, to sort of a marketing role, and then left to go to Race Tech before they closed. Then they closed, and obviously now they're reopened again, and pretty much the same team. A lot of guys I used to work with and whatnot. But yeah, same person. That's me. That's why it still runs the 448, you know.
So I got a question I wanted to ask you all week, Chris, since I saw the JS7 compound came out for DLC in NBA Supercross this week. Does it kind of, I know you probably don't own any rights to it, but does it bother you that the content that basically you created is being used for something else?
No, I mean that was always the plan for that. I mean the whole Stewart involvement with the game had a really big part in, and it was really exciting. It's probably my favorite thing I did while there.
I know this is probably gonna look like the stupidest thing ever. Everybody in chat's gonna be like, "Wow, you didn't know this." You're the designer of JS7 Compound for Live?
Yeah, I built that. Went to Stewart's.
I know it sounds stupid. Yes, I bow to you. Thank you. I don't know if you've ever seen my work, and I promise I'm not saying anything close to it. I did a lot of custom tracks on Reflex. I just got to say, thank you. That's awesome. That's still one of my favorite tracks ever. So wow, damn, that's cool. Thank you.
That was actually in between kind of when I was transitioning from a design role to a marketing role, and still obviously have my track design skills and whatnot. And so one of my first meetings as a quote marketing guy, which really wasn't even in my official title, was with Red Bull and trying to put that whole package together and whatnot. So it was pretty cool. And then I ended up being the one to build it because all of our track designers were too bogged down with other stuff. But to answer your question, Colin, no, that was the design of the Supercross game that came out. Was always planned to come out before the studio shut down, and it was actually a project that I was starting on before I left, and was surprised and kind of knew about it. And actually I saw it when I was out there for the Supercross in Phoenix and knew that they were working on it, and No, I mean, I'm glad to see the thing finally come fully to life. They did make some changes on it, which Mike, the designer who did all the changes on it, I have a ton of respect for him. He taught me a lot of what I know. But yeah, so I consider it quite honored that it got out. I'm not a huge Alive fan because of, or NBA Supercross, I guess it is now, because of playing Sim. I mean, I'm more of a Sim guy, and I get bored playing the NBA games now. Maybe I was playing them every day for a few years. But yeah, I think it's actually really cool that it came out, and it's every time I see it, it's cool to know that I had a part of it. So even though I wasn't officially on the staff for the Supercross game, though, I am in the credits and stuff for it still and whatnot too. Unfortunately, I can't take that to the bank and cash it, but it's still cool. I'm still
yeah, well,
on that side. And I still work with those guys. I mean, Racetech's still in the game. We put a lot of our riders in the game, and like I said, they're close friends of mine still. I mean, spent 5 years with someone, and you grow close to some of them for sure. So.
Right. Well, I mean, I wasn't trying to like stir the pot or anything. I just was honestly curious about your thoughts on it coming out as like this add-on content 3 years after you built it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, they did, and like I said, they did change it a good, decent bit, not a lot. Obviously, the live version, you guys probably a lot of you have seen it and played it.
Oh yeah.
And that was raw. And the crazy thing is that track didn't take very long to build. I didn't have much time because the way the schedule worked is before we released it, James actually wanted to see it. Well, he flew out to the studio, and we pretty much had to show him a finished terrain, and we made some changes while he was there, which is probably my highlight of working there, was him sitting at my desk playing the track while I'm making changes based on what he was telling me, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, to have somebody with that much talent, it's his backyard, of course, too.
Right.
So, have him give you detailed exactly. Like, oh, yeah, this needs to be more floaty. This booter here has a bigger kick than that. That's so cool. That's amazing to me.
The funniest thing about that really was there was jumps on the track, much like Sim, you could do some unrealistic lines, and there were some quads that I took out of his Supercross track, so I'm like, man, that's unrealistic. And I worked my butt off to take him out so you couldn't make it. And then he's like, man, I quad this. Why can't we quad it? I was like, what? And I mean, they were ridiculous jumps. I mean, obviously it's Stewart, and we should expect that from him, I guess, especially on his own track. But, I mean, it was ridiculous. It was like a 5-footer, 2 3-footers, and then another 5-footer. And he's like, yeah, I quad that.
No big. Like, oh, yeah, I got this.
Nuts. So, that's like my funniest story out of the whole deal. And then we had to shoot all those. He's in a bunch of like video clips throughout, and he's not a camera guy. Even though he had a show and stuff, he struggles with reading script, and so that was pretty funny walking through that whole deal and doing takes on that and whatnot. But
well, that's cool. Like I know you. Yeah, I know you pretty well, but I didn't know like the whole story behind. Like, I knew that you built the Stewart compound, but I didn't know about the whole Stewart coming to your desk. Like, the whole quad thing. That's pretty funny.
No, it's pretty neat. I still actually have the blueprints from when I built the track. I literally sat on the big tabletop in the middle of the track and blueprinted it out on paper.
That's cool.
Or sketched it out, I guess. I shouldn't say blueprinted, but sketched it out, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I still have it. I kept all that stuff when I left. Definitely
talk about
one of the coolest things to be part of.
Keep on a resume for the rest of your life, for sure. That is amazing. That's one of those things I wish I could always be a part of. That's so cool.
Never know, that opportunity might very well come up again. I mean, all the guys that I worked with there came from the community. I mean, that's where their track creators came from, was from the community, and who knows if the thing can grow and be successful again and they need to hire guys, then it wouldn't surprise me for them to come to the sim community to look. There's not that many people that are able to build dirt bike tracks that understand them. Like your regular artist game designer doesn't understand how to build a dirt bike track to be fun and realistic and whatnot.
I really want to give my hand one of these days. I'm going to have to hit you up for some time. A lot of people in here know me from building reflex tracks. I did the Thailand, Qatar, Atlanta 1, St. Louis, like a lot of replica tracks, and I've always wanted to try something in sim, so I might have to hit you up one day to get some info and tips from the best out there.
I wouldn't say the best. I do the most.
I love this track.
Maybe not the most. Because there are guys that I definitely still look up to. That
for
maybe
sure.
Don't make as much stuff, but I definitely do some, I would say, better quality stuff. But I'm decent at rushing stuff together and making something pretty fun for sure.
And enjoying watching the pot stir on the forums, that's for sure. So
Yeah, usually get a good laugh out of it. Like I tell everyone, it doesn't really bother me. If somebody says something stupid, I want to make them look stupid so everybody sees it.
Perfect.
So that was story time.
You guys destroy this freaking track right now. Holy
That was story time with Checkers, aka Chris Riesenberg.
You started it, Colin.
Brought to you by Race Tech Suspension. No, I'm happy to hear most of that stuff. Oh, Matt Burkeen just went down. He was about to get Dominic Tiberino, who was on the ground right there, but they're going to get up in about the same positions they were before. Other than that, things are pretty spread out. Looks like Burkeen.
Yeah, Burkeen and Fro.
Oh, Burkeen.
Oh, Fro goes down. Sorry.
Yeah. White flag in the air, by the way. Sidehoff on his way to winning this thing, unless Honeywell has anything to say about it. But it's been pretty quiet from about 20 minutes on in this moto. Nothing else happening.
Well, Honeywell's coming down the big downhill now. I was starting to say that I'm surprised that big downhill is not causing more problems. The thing is, I didn't realize it when I built it. I mean, I knew I made it kind of gnarly so you couldn't double down it, but I didn't realize how gnarly it was till I tried to run a couple like fast laps qualifying, and I was like, holy crap, this hill is gnarly to get down clean.
Yeah, it's pretty fast, that's for sure.
Also, I don't know if you knew about Ogogo, and sorry to plug it on your screen.
No, sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if you saw that we had started some track making live streams. Both Barrington
yes,
and I have
I've
been
yet to
doing
catch it. I've had people hit me up about it because I really want to watch it. Hit me up later with a link really quick, and I promise I'll follow you ASAP. I really want to be able to hit you up. So
Sorry to break in, but Jared Sidehoff takes moto number 1 here at Millville. Honeywell ends up in second. Looks like Burkeen will probably lock down third.
Right there, though.
Yeah.
This isn't over. I mean,
got a battle between Craig Leake and Victor Nycott to get inside of the top 5. Nycott has it. And Wilcox and Lelong behind them, still duking it out. Connor Lynn's inside of the top 10 with Hunter Porch.
God, Burkeen, 53 seconds behind second. Wow. Pretty good gap.
actually going to Millville this weekend. Pretty excited about it. Heading down Friday, so a couple days.
Nice.
Exciting.
Burkeen ends up third. Here comes Tiberino.
Got it. Landed it too.
Tiberino gets a 4th. Nycott has plenty of time over Leak, but Lelong is closed up.
It's right there.
I'm going to jump on board with Lelong for a second. Should be a good fight.
Well, I'm going to have to just dive bomb down this hill, or he's going to try to stay close for cuts, which is it going to be?
I think he's going to stay close for cuts now that he's made a mess of the hill, but Leak comes across 6th. Lelong 7th, 1.3 seconds behind. Connor Lynn's another top 10 in 8th. Wilcox 9th.
Wilcox. Oh, man.
Hunter Porch a top 10 in his return to racing.
Rush.
Apparently, Kellen, I'm not sure what's going on. People keep saying there's huge frame dropping.
Yeah, the frames keep kind of skipping in and out. I'm trying to just let it try to fix itself because it's an internet thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it keeps coming back for like a good minute and then it'll drop maybe 30 seconds. So, I don't know. Right now it's running fine though. So sorry about that, folks. Don't mean to make it tougher on you, but there's really nothing I can do when the internet starts just having a shit show.
Joys of internet hiccups.
The internet supply going down in California like the water supply.
You know, I feel bad because I actually come from Southern California. Kellen and I talk about this quite often. I grew up in Redlands, you know, not too far from Glen Helen. I miss growing up there. And nowadays, apparently, their internet there is like you get 50 megs up and down if you really pay out the butt for it. But other than that, that's all you get. I'm living out here in North Georgia, and I've got 1,000 up, 1,000 down for $60. And I'm like, how is back home so much more vibrant, but yet they don't have the internet that we have out here? That makes no sense. I don't know. It's terrible for you guys out there.
Sidehoff is still shredding this track. Guess he has a flow going. He's just gonna keep it going all the way through Moto 2. He's not even gonna take a break.
Yeah, we'll just stay on board with side hop. We're still waiting for a couple riders to finish. Oh, there we go. Cuts are in now, and give everybody a headache by looking through the field.
Change from between Wilcox and Porch.
Yeah, Porch gets 9th. And Weston Overturf passed Tyler Morin for 19th, but that's it. That's points.
Alright, I might drop back in here during Moto 2 a little bit. I'm actually going to go work on Washougal.
Alright, man, we'll have a good time.
I might drop back in, but fun chatting.
It was fun. It's good finally to meet you, by the way. It's cool to have you on. So.
Yeah, he jumps out of the channel pretty quick.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's alright. He's a good guy, but he's just kind of, he does his own like schedule, so.
No, I totally get that. Yeah, it's cool. I had no idea that was the same guy. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So, it's honestly, and it's like I've said it before many times when I used to do reflex stuff, and it's just, that was one of the tracks that I always looked up to, and it's a trip. So.
All right, so it looks like we've got the 5-minute break if everybody loads in before 250 Moto 2 gets underway. Sorry about the frame drops again, everybody. It's calmed down for now. Fingers crossed that it doesn't keep happening, but kind of out of my control. Like I said, internet here sometimes is spotty around 5 to 9 o'clock at night, so we'll see. But yeah, that was a good first moto. Looks like we've got a 5-minute break. Just waiting here. While we wait, I suppose I could give a quick mention again that tomorrow night, July 16th, 2015, we're starting off the Loretta Lynn's Amateur National Championship in MX Simulator. That is kicking off tomorrow night. Devin Davis is hosting. I am streaming everything until my race, which is the last race of the night, and then we'll be cutting it off. Who cares about Open Pro Sport anyway? Literally everybody racing that class you can see here racing tonight and again next week at Washougal, so it doesn't really make a difference. You don't have to see that class. But
Are
if
you guys needing me to step in? Do you guys want me to take care of it?
If you want to come in and stream that race or like stream the second half, like we'll hand it off halfway or something, that'd be cool. But
if you
again,
have cams, hook me up. I'll gladly go for it if you guys need it. So we'll do a special weekend of it.
But again, it's not really crucial. I'll probably end up putting the streams on my channel anyway, so we could get the most people viewing it. But yeah, that kicks off tomorrow night. So if you're hanging around on a Thursday night and you feel like you want to watch some more live stream, and not to step on your shoes at all, Moto Go-Go, I know you do your weekly streams, but we'll be streaming live coverage of the Loretta Lynn's Amateur National Championship. We've got a lot of C-Class and B-Class riders out there, so we'll see perhaps the future of MX Simulator coming out of there. I remember when guys like Matt Burkeen and Scott Simmons and guys like those that I can just name off the top of my head were in the amateur class. And even Hunter Root is an amateur national championship.
I remember watching him from amateur days, yep.
So everybody gets their start somewhere. And we could see the next Hunter Root, Matt Burkeen, Scott Simmons, you name it, coming out of the C and B classes tomorrow night. So be sure to come by, tune in. If you're racing, we wish you the best of luck. But currently tonight, we are watching the Pro Race Factor Gaming Outdoor Nationals at Millville. We're in between Moto number 1 and Moto number 2 of the 250 class. Jared Seidhoff on the number 13 Prestige Worldwide ride was your Moto number 1 winner, ahead of Race Tech's Dade Honeywell, and Privateer ride points leader Matt Burkeen was in 3rd. So Moto number 2 coming up here in just a second. And I've already had 3 margaritas, but I feel now is fitting enough to have a beer crack.
I heard some glasses like clack together in the background. I'm just like, what has he got going on in the background? Liquor.
Summertime, man. It's a good time out here in SoCal.
Yeah, but we're only like 2 motos in. You still got so much longer to go.
We're good.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. I'm so bad at this track.
Well, as I was just saying, everybody starts somewhere, Moto. In fact, I was just responding to someone who asked a question on our channel. Head over to Start Your Systems on YouTube if you want to see our YouTube channel. But he was like, I just picked up the game and I've been playing for 9 hours straight and I still crash all the time. And like everybody was responding to him and be like, you're not going to pick it up right away. Take your time, blah, blah, blah.
For sure.
It's definitely the truth. I mean, as I was saying, everybody starts somewhere. I remember when even I was faster than Matt Burkeen and Hunter Root. Like, I wouldn't stand a chance against those guys anymore, but they did start somewhere, and now they're two of the fastest riders in the game. Same with Jesse Mullins. I remember when Alexis Leclerc even wasn't that quick. So, it takes time, people.
I'm on the track with the same people that are pro. What am I doing?
Demoralizing, right? You're just getting passed on warm-up mode.
I only had like maybe 8-10 laps on this track. I need to get better at it. But also at the same time, you got like 4 or 5 and you throw your 212. Damn you. Your pro nonsense skills.
Yeah, if you want to feel really bad about your skills in MX Simulator, you are in the right place right now, my friend. I'll tell you that much.
Watching pros is so demoralizing.
I even saw that white guy. He commented on one of the live streams that we had a couple weeks ago, and he was like, man, I just feel so much worse about my skills in Sim now. And I'm like,
it makes you hate yourself just a little bit. You're like, oh yeah, I'm kind of quick, and you watch somebody pull 20 seconds faster than you. You're like, how?
Yeah.
I hit that same line, but how?
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. Well, I'm going to find myself Kevin Lelong as JLV is going to turn that board sideways and moonwalk his way off the track. It is time, folks. 250 Moto number 2 is on the line at Millville. Let's go racing.
Everybody air humping that start.
Lelong got a good jump, but he's not going to get to the corner.
Greatest hole shot ever.
Yeah, he must have got the gate, unless he just got a really, really good gearing setup. But Chandler Rogers, the 265 machine, takes the hole shot as he leads him through, and he goes over the bars, takes out Jarrett Gask, and Gask is stuck in his rear tire. These guys are locked together, and now they're free. But so many positions.
Kind of a funny story about him really quick. In the DM races that we just recently had, no pros were allowed in the amateur races. He signed up 5 times and got banned 5 times.
All right, so the pack already filing through is Jeremy Siebold is your race leader right now. Another Race Tech ride. So Race Tech trying to make things work here up front. Connor Peavy. 1-2 Race Tech, and then Kevin Lelong comes through in third.
By the way, behind him, if you didn't see that.
Oh, yeah, that was really close.
How
Lelong.
did Peavy hold that, by the way?
Somebody was nosediving. I think you're right. I think it was Peavy.
Yeah, he was so nosedive.
I thought it was over.
It's all good.
So Sideoff is already up by Peavy there. He's trying to run down the long, but it's still Siebold leading this race.
Peavy's still nose dropping every jump right now. I'm not sure what he has going on right now.
Peavy runs in fourth with Craig Leak right behind him fifth. Walker Hiles and Will Whiteley. Dylan Copeland, Tyler Morin, Rush Chapman. We got a bit of a mix-up here. It looks like Wilcox is up in there, so I missed him. Kyler Hockey, Brakefield, Overturf, Porch, Bernard, Tiberino, Cooper, Honeywell is all the way back here. Mora, Wright, Kasparian, and here comes Matt Burkeen. So Honeywell and Burkeen way back here. Looks like Burkeen just moved into 21st. Honeywell up the track a little ways in about 17th.
Oh, and Chedoff going down hard right now. It won the last race. Back to 5th now after spinning out.
Yeah. So Sidehop picks himself up. Craig Leak and Connor Peavy both got back by. But Lelong still holds down second. Meanwhile, Siebold already opening up a nice little lead here on the 46 ride up front.
PV Leak battle is real right now for third.
Oh, Leak made a mistake. PV closed right in, but wasn't able to capitalize on it. Now he might try to capitalize here. No, Leak shuts the door.
Up the Catapult trying to inside-outside. Could not make it happen.
PV stayed lower even though Leak threw harder on the whip. And then PV almost comes short and then puts him wide. Oh, man.
That was a drag race for a minute there, too.
So Leak goes down. Looks like he lost 2 spots in the process to Morin and Seidhoff. As PV continues on. And frame drop from heaven.
Still having frame drop issues? That sucks.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It is sorting itself out slowly but surely right now. Up, up, up. Frame drop, frame drop. Yep, there we go. And coming back. Coming back.
What's your encoding right now? If you know off the top of your head, sorry.
I don't.
Okay.
It's probably. Are you talking about high or main?
No. Encoding, like your stream encoding. It'll say it in your OBS settings. It says like encoding if you go down the second option on the left.
Oh yeah, I got 2650, 2650.
Okay, perfect. Okay, that's what I'm running to. All right, that sucks.
I'm pretty sure it's internet. Like I said, around this area where I live, at around 5 to 9 o'clock at night, it seems like everybody and their mother's on Netflix.
The peak hours. Yep.
So.
Oh, Tyler Morin right now throwing it huge over that catapult.
Seidhoff just made a beautiful pass around the inside of Connor PV, inside out at him, coming across the start line.
That is a good question. Kellen, what race are you doing next, if any?
I may come back for Washougal, but other than that, I'll be done for the season, I think. So Washougal would be next, but I am racing Loretta's on either side of Washougal, the day before and day after. And it's not that like racing takes a big toll on you in this game, but
no, you'd have to have your time to put time into laps, get good at it, get practice.
Put time into both tracks, and just seems like a lot of time on sim that I don't really pay much attention to anymore. So
that's how I feel this week with RF. Well, DM first on the 17th, and then RF this next Sunday. So got a lot of practice out of me.
Right. All right, let's give you guys a quick early top 10 rundown as we are 5 minutes and 47 seconds into 250 Moto number 2 here at Millville. Is Jeremy Seabold still leading the race? Jared Seidhoff, Moto number 1 winner, is running in second. Connor Peavy for Race Tech sits in third, so it's a Race Tech 1-3 right now. Tyler Morin for Motorrad is in fourth, and then Honeywell comes through. He's in fifth, so it's a Race Tech 1-3-5 with Kevin Lalong holding down sixth. Dominic Tiberino is in seventh. Weston Overturf running in the 8th spot. Here comes Thomas Wilcox getting a little out of shape up the hill. He's in 9th, and Anthony Bernard for LeBigUSA.com runs in that number 10 spot. Burkeen in 11th, your points leader. Moto, someone's asking if you're going to make a pro race. I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say that's a no.
Oh, sorry. I'm here. What's up?
I said somebody is asking if you're going to try to make a pro race.
Oh, if I'm going to? Oh,
yeah.
No, I'm trying though. I'm actually at a pretty good spot right now, and I'm fairly happy about it. I had my first ever amateur race. It's on YouTube. It's terrible. It's so bad. I don't know if you saw it yet, Kellen. It's painful to watch.
It's that DM race at Mesquite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so. But as of right now, I'm qualified, I think 13th for round 2, which really is not bad. Nothing great, but still a good spot in the top 30. So I'm hoping to make round 2, but yeah, as of right now, I haven't even made an RF race. So I'm working on it. But, you know, I'm right about 2 months into having the game. I don't play it nearly as much as I used to, but, you know, it's decent progress. There's a lot to it.
Yeah.
So.
But just keep working at it, man. Like I said, we were talking about this earlier. You know, it takes time. The more time you put in, the better you're going to get.
Yeah. And everybody honestly progresses at their own level. Like I have people that I know that have had the game half as long as I have and beat me on certain tracks, and then I'll go on a different track and I'll wipe the floor back with them. And it's so weird of what people learn quicker than others of certain types of tracks or riding or stuff like that. So, but as of right now, both the first 2 rounds of DM are sand, so that's been a lot to get used to. I've never done sand until these 2 rounds, so.
Yes, sand is a different animal in this game, that is for sure.
Especially from that video you showed, and it actually helped a lot with the, as I call air hump when you first start on sand. Like, that was a big difference from what I would normally do, and, oh yeah, sand's a whole nother texture. I'm not used to that. But as of right now, it's C-Bot looking Jeremy flying right now out front, 8 seconds up.
Yeah, really surprising. I know Seabolt is quick, but it's been a while since I've seen him really put a moto together. In fact, I don't know that he's won a race since the 2013 round number 2 Australian Supercross, so been a while for Seabolt.
Look at Honeywell back again in 4th, charging to Peavy right now. Wow.
Yeah, and these guys are teammates here, and I wouldn't put it past Peavy that he might just let Honeywell go here.
Oh, he doesn't even need to let him by. Look at that outside rail he just put on him. Wow.
Yeah, Peavy messed up the jump a little bit, but Honeywell round for 3rd now. Honeywell needs to get to side hop, though, to win the overall, or have a chance at it, that is. And side hop already pretty far gone.
I don't get that question. Are you going to get Aaron Plessinger in Pro or just in AM? I don't know what that means.
Oh, I think they mean, like, are we going to have him come in here and hang out?
If you want him to, recently we were talking about, I mean, he actually kind of wants to be a semi-regular now in TeamSpeak. So yeah, if you want him to, I'll hit him up and see if we can bring him in. So
yeah, it'd be cool to have AP in here.
On that last race.
Really, I mean, I don't know what he does on Thursdays, or I mean Wednesdays, but
it'd be the day before press day, I guess. So it wouldn't be too much if he has his laptop with him.
Right.
But I'll hit him up later, see what he has to say. But it was funny, like, I even agree, like, and even Dio talked about it when the video afterwards. It was just cool, like, it was that weird fanboy, you want to say so much, but at the same time, you just gotta be like, oh, oh, Honeywell down, wow. But it's kind of like that, just gotta bro talk, you don't want to say anything too stupid to make him feel, out of place. It was so much fun, a lot of times you don't know people's personality until really just sit down and not make it feel like a professional atmosphere that he has to deal with all the time. So
yeah,
it was a lot of fun. It's a good time.
Well, to your point with that, I wouldn't necessarily say it's on the same level as this, but when I first started talking to Chris and I knew who he was and how he'd worked on MVA and stuff like that, when I first started talking to him, it was kind of the same thing. You're like, oh, you don't want to say anything dumb, and it actually worked out really well. I mean, Chris and I have a really strong relationship as friends, and I'm sure that you could say the same thing for someone like Plessinger. You get to know him and become friends with him. It's probably the same thing. He's really just a normal guy.
And by the way, I don't mean to cut you off at all. Fro, Honeywell, and Peavy right now, massive battle from 3 to 5th.
Yeah.
Fro just threw into this out of nowhere.
Absolutely. I was right on board there, or not on board, but checking out Honeywell when Fro came over the finish line backwards pretty much. And
yeah, just out of nowhere. Sneaking up on him.
Tiberino looks to be a little bit more on top of his game this moto, or at least these couple laps here. He's riding really strong. Honeywell's going to try to get him back. In fact, I'm going to go on board with Honeywell again. I know we were last moto, but this is a good battle right here.
Oh, he's deserving it right now. Oh, so close. I sadly use a lot of these pro races to watch and be like, oh yeah, this is what I really need to do when I play the track later.
Yeah.
You can never make it put it in paper.
Well, that's exactly what I kind of want to get out of some of these pro streams. Is I know that a majority of the people that play this game aren't as fast as Dade Honeywell or Dominic Tiberino or something like that. So it's cool to see the people that show up, and hopefully they learn a little bit more about how to ride the track.
Somebody said amateurs can actually put down fast laps. Honestly, and a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, I'm just being dead honest to you, and I know I'm very new to the sport. there's a lot of sandbaggers out there. I'm just dead honest. Like, there's some guys out there that are within a second of the pro top qualifiers, and I'm like, you know, I get that you might have missed the race, but it's kind of unfair to a lot of other people that really look at it as quote-unquote amateur. You know what I mean? It kind of takes the wind out of your sails a little bit, but you still push, but you know there's no way you're to catch these pro guys that are still an amateur just because. It frustrates me.
Yeah, it is kind of a bummer that they allow guys with A licenses to get into the amateur classes. Honeywell had made the pass on Tiberino, but then loses it just like that. Also, shout out Dylan Copeland just joined the chat room, said he was in 6th, now he's here. So, interesting comment.
It's awesome, though. Thank you for joining us. It's always cool.
Yeah, looks like only 34 people started this race, by the way, as well. And maybe only 30 or so are left, or 29 maybe. So things kind of settling down a little bit as Seabolt continues to lead the race.
Hey, well, right on the back of Lee Long right now. Haywell definitely has that chip on his shoulder right now after Moto 1. He wants that overall if he can get anywhere near it. Excuse me.
Great battle for 4th, like you were saying. Lee Long, earful of Honeywell. They throw it sideways in the same direction. Honeywell is going to try to sneak up the inside, but Lee Long stays lower.
Yeah, Lee Long with the super scrub on that, staying extremely low. I had somebody the other day that I got in a conversation with. They're like, I'm not seeing anything against them if they know who I'm talking about. I promise, I mean in this nicest ways. We got talking about, they're like, I don't see scrubbing as important in sim as it is in reflex. In reflex, you can easily see when you're a lot lower, but in sim, I don't feel like it shaves off that much of a time. I watched a video the other day. I think it was you, Killen, maybe about a year ago or something, that showed the difference from staying low and just normal jumping, and you shaved off like 2.3 to 3 seconds off a lap by just barely even scrubbing.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's kind of like real life, you know? You got to stay low, got to keep momentum and pump through stuff. You can't just boner air and launch everything in dead sailor all the way through. You're not going to get a good lap. So, I mean, I get it. Reflex, it did look a lot prettier, and it definitely made more sense in ways. But yeah, sim, you can easily scrub and stay low. So.
Yeah. Looks like we're having a little bit more frame drop right now, which kind of sucks. Massive donkey dick.
That does suck, man.
Ah, man, this is really frustrating. I wish I could fix it, but I'm not going to try to fix it on the fly. We've got half the moto left to go here. And
you can try it between 250 450? What do you
yeah,
think?
I'm going to try to do what I can to jumpstart my internet, or at least figure out what the problem is.
There you go. Also, make sure you don't have anything in the background going, because sometimes you'll get a random thing in the background that you don't even know is running and have to cancel it.
Yeah, well, when the stream froze at the beginning of the stream and I had to restart it, I went into my programs and started shutting a bunch of stuff down, but maybe I didn't close everything out that I normally do. So I'll check it out after this race, but for now, just going to have to deal with the stream kind of freezing every now and then.
Oh, yeah. There's something funny. I usually don't answer anything geared towards me because it is your stream, but at the same time, it's funny. Somebody said, Moto, how's the extra Glock power? Is it working for you, Dio, and Aaron? The downside is I've yet to get the extra Glock gear, but the second I do, it's going to add 50 horsepower to the bike. I know it's going to happen. All the guacamole. As I even mentioned to you jokingly, I was like, those tacos better have guac.
Oh, man. I could go for some guacamole and chips right now. That sounds really good, but we got a race to cover here as Seabolt continues to lead, but Sidehoff really starting to close in on him now.
This is what happens when we don't really have any battles go. We just get in random conversations.
Yeah. So another top 10 rundown.
Actually, PV and Wilcox. Oh, until yeah, PV and Wilcox, good battle right now.
We got Seabolt still leading over Sidehoff, Honeywell 3rd, LeLong 4th, Fro in 5th. Wilcox 6th, and like you said, PV just went down.
Allowing over turf by him, 7th.
So PV back to 7th. Mora is 8th. Matt Burkane, your points leader, is 9th. Obviously, he doesn't have to worry too much about points, but Kevin LeLong is in front of him. Connor Lins rounds out your top 10. And here is Kevin LeLong running in the 4th spot. He's in 2nd in points, but he's about 70 points behind Matt Burkeen, so...
Oh, and change for the lead.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Seabolt down.
Off to the front, yeah. And Seabolt as well, possibly? Yeah, Honeywell 41 behind. Wow, all right, yeah. He's going to stay in 2nd.
Yeah, Honeywell has an earful of Kevin LeLong right now.
And a lot of people, I know, I get emails about this all the time, about both of our streams, stuff like that. People always ask us, why do you stick within the top 10 constantly? And it's not even that it's really the top 10. We try to go back to 20th, but at the same time, so many good battles when they're happening in the front. That is why we enjoy watching this. Like, it's such good battles against the fastest guys out there, and I don't know, it's just part of our stream, sadly. So
yeah.
Anybody, I get messages about that all the time, so I just want to clear that up. Just no offense to anybody else. Like, if you're running 20 to 40th, that's awesome. I can even do a pro race, but sometimes the upper front battles that just make up for the entire race. So
right. I got heavily criticized, actually, in 2013 when I was live streaming for mainly talking about the 2 title competitors at the time, which were Zach Dupuy and Tyler Crane in the 450 class. And I talked about them with like 3 or 4 rounds to go. I talked about them a lot because they were within a couple points of each other, and the championship ended up coming down to about 6 points, I think, in the end. And everybody was like, why are you only watching them? What the hell? Like, why don't you focus on some other stuff? It's like, well, there's a championship to be decided, so we kind of have to focus on them. And I know that the championship is blown wide open right now, but you still want to focus on the main competitors like Kevin LeLong, like Matt Burkeen, so you know exactly how the championship is shaping up, because this isn't just one race we're focusing on. It's a whole championship of 12 rounds.
Entire season, yep.
Like, you want to get the whole synopsis, the whole season under grips.
Actually, a good word there. Synopsis. There you go. Good word.
The beer is making up for the fact that my stream is just dumping itself. I love it.
I hate that, dude. I really do.
It's actually settled down a little bit right now, so.
If it doesn't get any better and you really have to, and I promise I never want to piggyback. If you need me to, I'll pick up 450 if you have to. Just let me know. Because I'm running at 96 frames right now, so we're good on my stream.
Okay, well, good to know. I will keep it in mind. It's definitely not, yeah, it's definitely not as bad as it was at High Point when, like, literally you couldn't see anything.
Oh, that got bad.
Yeah.
And I promise, I'm trying to never hijack your stream. Just saying, as always, a plan B. If you need me, I'm here. Just let me know.
Yeah. Well, we've been live for an hour and almost 20 minutes, and I've dropped 11,899 frames. Yeah, only. That's all right. We'll take it for what it's worth. We're gonna round up the 250 class here in a moment. We'll have a break. I'll get my internet a chance to not poop itself for a minute, and hopefully we'll be back with some really good solid coverage of the 450 class. I think it'll be better just because the 450 class doesn't have that many people racing tonight. I only saw 27 people signed up.
Agreed.
I think that has a lot to do with the fact that signups open so late, and 450s don't usually open.
Race tonight with like 20 seconds behind anybody else. There you go.
Yeah. Well, that's also another point. People were asking earlier what races I might still do. If the option is available next week with Washougal, I might race the 450 class. I know I raced the 250 class earlier this year, but I much prefer the 450 class. And so if Jeremy Hinner's guy that I work with on the channel is around and wants to cover 250 since he hasn't raced in 3 weeks now, maybe I'll show up for the 450 race next week. Might be fun.
There you go.
Sidehop putting on a clinic here, and if my memory serves me correct, Sidehop's first ever career overall win was at this same track in 2012. So Sidehop knows Millville pretty well, I must say.
God, Sidehop out front right now, just scrubbing everything he's on.
Sidehop still leads over Seabolt, Honeywell, Tiberino, and LeLong. And Overturf runs in 6th. Mora just got passed by Wilcox. So that was a battle, but Mora's Dropped off just a bit, then Burkeen comes through behind him, so let's see if Burkeen can make any ground on these guys. Burkeen has Connor Linz all over the back of him as well. Linz really been kind of an anomaly lately. Come out of nowhere, the English rider, as I found out during the off week. Didn't know that he was English, but he is from the United Kingdom.
Who was that? I missed that. Sorry.
Connor Linz. He is running in ninth. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
But yeah, he was
on Twitter not too long ago. He promised me a clinic where he's going to teach me, quote unquote, no joke. You will be pro by the time I'm done with 7 lessons with you. So we will shall see.
Wow, there you go. So if you're looking for a quick and easy way to get to the pros, apparently Connor Linz has the secret.
And no, I'm not even kidding. He wants me to stream it too. He said, I want the world to see what I know how to do in this game and to make everybody better. So there you go. There you go. So
well, that's
might
cool.
Have a clinic from Connor Linz coming up here soon.
At least he's not just like, wow, I got fast and I'm going to keep it to myself. He's want to share it.
He randomly hit me up on Twitter without me even asking. He was just like, he said something, a couple of things. He was like, I could help you get better. I was like, cool. You know, lesson 1 will come up soon. He's like, all right, great. And then I asked him about it. He goes, oh, yeah, we'll do it one day when you're able to stream because I want everybody to see what I'm going to teach you. And so there you go. Like, Connor Linz wants to teach people to go fast. And running top 10 constants. I mean, can't ask for anything better than that. Except for you, Kellen. Where's my tutorials? Come on.
Hey.
When are you going to teach me?
I try to
play Rocket League and you'll teach me Sim. There you go.
Yeah, I'm like Linz. I like to help a general consensus of people, not just one.
There we go.
Man, things have really tightened up here. Mora, Overturf, Burkeen all on top of each other coming down into this corner.
Yes, that was a pile up of, not literally of crashing, but yeah, there's a pile up of people right there.
Yeah, 4 riders in the air at one time. Overturf and Linz actually threw dualies. I don't have shots or I would be sipping some vodka right now. I am drinking though. I'm
call out to me. 30th.
No. You drink when you want. It's your birthday. I'm just saying I don't have any tonight.
No, last night was our for anybody watching, yeah, that was our drunken stream last night. That was pretty rough. That was fun though, but rough.
You felt it this morning, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, I just laid in bed. I was like, I'm 30 and I don't want to get out of bed until noon.
Hey man, you're kind of doing it though. Not many people can be 30 years old and not get out of bed till noon. They have to get up at 6:45 and.
But at the same time, it's almost like a bittersweet thing. I lost my job in December. I decided to go full-time streaming. The wife was fully behind it. She took a full-time job, so there it is. If anybody's ever like, why do you push your stream so much? That's why. Like, it's a mixture of I love what I do and I hope to get endorsements and sponsorships to get paid to do what I do, and I don't know. It's just my dream, my goal, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely, guys, if you haven't already, check out twitch.tv/MotoGoGo. And I know he's here and he's promoting himself, but that is totally fine. And you could check him out if you're watching live, but definitely if you're watching it back on YouTube, because that's where we get most of our views. You should check him out and watch his live stream, follow him.
And I promise, I'm not saying you said it in the worst way. Like, I'd never want to look like I'm self-promoting. Like that, I was just saying, like, the reason why I do what I do nowadays. So that's just it. So
nope,
yeah.
No problem, man.
And honestly, I hope your channel grows a lot more. I love the sim community, except for when they're cynical, I guess is the best word to put it. Like, every once in a while it gets really bad. Like, really bad. And other times I'm like, it's cool that people want to help each other out, but half the time, you take one person out one lap at a qualifier, and next thing you know, you're on their shit list, and they're going to hit you 20 times for the rest of your qualifying race. Like, that's their goal now, is just on the side of the track and take you out when they can, so.
Man, OG reference here, but I just pulled a massive swing and missed a change to the lead as Seabold has taken it over again. Something happened to Sideoff.
It wasn't 2 seconds, though. It must have been something really short. Wow, that...
Whoa, and it takes Sideoff down.
Insult to injury.
And
there.
leak.
Wow.
There's riders just piling in. Oh, this guy just squeaks by.
Wow.
So Sidehoff went from leading to not even close to Seabold anymore on the track. Fortunately, he has a good gap over Honeywell still. Not in danger of losing the overall at this point.
And I see Seabolt right now having this. I don't know. If I was him right now, I'd be thinking, I've got the lead. I've got clear track, except for lappers, of course. Time to put distance. Let's go. And looks like he's on it right now, but I just hope he doesn't make an easy mistake because he's on it in general, that is. So.
Yeah. It's got about a minute and a half plus 2 laps to go, so I'd say 3 laps to go.
Yeah. Possible 4, I doubt it, but yeah, definitely 3.
You'd have to put down like a 142 probably to make it.
Which would easily get you back to like 3rd, so somebody else would definitely pull that ahead. So.
Yeah. So Seabolt, Sidehoff, Honeywell, Tiberino, and LeLong. LeLong actually trying to close up on Tiberino again. Matt Burkeen now runs in 6th, with Connor Lynn 7th, Edward Mora in 8th, Weston Overturf 9th, and Wilcox hunting him down in 10th. So a good little battle here with Will Whiteley. 9, 10, and 11 all on top of each other here. Oh, and Wilcox just went down, so Overturf and Whiteley going to get away.
Wow.
PV also able to get by. Oh, and then Connor Linz was just down as well, so Linz suddenly has Mora all over the back of him.
You also have an amazing battle here between Fro and Lelong for 4th right now.
Yeah, here we are.
Right on each other's tail. Good battle. God, Fro just railing that rut. Well, berm outside, I should say, but either way, makes sense.
Looks like these guys are kind of cat and mousing a little bit. Like Lelong was quick right at the end of the track. Froze opened it up through the whoops. But now it's tightening up just a bit again.
God, Lelong is just right there in the knot, right there. It's such a good battle right now.
Yeah, on board with Kevin LeLong, the French rider for EMC Concept Graph Ride, as he chases down TBR's Dominic Tiberino.
Oh, right on him.
Oh, Tiberino out of shape. LeLong almost stuck a nose there on the inside. Might try it again here. Oh, very close.
To be honest, probably the best battle we've seen all night because nobody's given an inch except for here or there, just small things.
Yeah, and it is 2 laps to go. Oh, Tiberino went down.
Damn.
Didn't fall off the bike, so he's still close, but LeLong takes over that spot right now. Oh, Seabolt was just down, so Sidehoff is back into the race lead. Totally missed it. 2 laps to go right now.
Great battle to a huge change. Wow.
So Sidehoff trying to make it a double victory here, coming about a lap and a half to go. Seabolt's going to have to run him down again, but he's got about 3 lappers in between himself and the race leader. Honeywell still sits in 3rd. Looks like this is Sidehoff's race to lose at this point, as he's navigating cleanly through the lap traffic right now.
Wow, that just shy of 10-second lead gap is not tightening up any.
Yeah, and the white flag is waving for Jared Sidehoff this time by. So less than a lap to go here at Millville. Sidehoff trying to make it a double win.
And as you watch him, just in case, I definitely would as the leader. Right now, Fro versus Burdenkeen. Right now, 5th place battle within 1 second of each other. Really good little battle for a top 5 finish.
The points leader, Matt Burkeen, has had a rough moto so far. Still sits in 6th. Has to try to get Dominic Tiberino to get into the top 5.
Wow, and Burkeen, or Fro, sorry, stretching it out over Burkeen more than a second after the start of that battle.
Yep, so it's last lap for these guys. Burkeen's got to try to go get him. We're going to head back up front as things wind down. Seabolt down again.
Oh.
So Sidehoff has
and
plenty of
Honeywell
time.
Down as well. Getting tangled up with a lapper for a second.
Fortunately, the top 5 is so spread out. These guys don't have to worry about the crashing at this point.
Except for Burkeen, right on the outside of that top 5. He's hunting for it.
We'll watch these guys go through the whoops and then jump back up to Sidehoff. Fro, Dominic Tiberino, that is, ahead of Matt Burkeen.
I'll keep an eye on this back here just in case if you do switch up.
Tiberino looks good, like he's going to make it to the Catapult in time. Oh, he slides out and Burkeen just avoids him. That battle's going to continue on as we head back up to the front. Jared Sidehoff is going to come down just like he did in 2012. He dominates here at Millville, going 1-1 on the day. Seabolt, Honeywell, Lalong, but the battle's still on between Burkeen and Tiberino. Tiberino, good line, going to pull alongside.
Oh, such a good battle.
Burkeen got a good drive.
Go ahead and watch this unfold.
Oh man, I thought Fro was going down. He launched so far down the hill.
I thought he was gonna flat, but oh, it's almost sliding out there.
He's pushing. This is coming to the line. Tiberino. Seabolt's across the line in 2nd. We're waiting to see 3rd place. Honeywell is over the line. Tiberino side by side with Burkeen up the hill. Who's got the better line? Burkeen inside, Fro outside. Lalong comes across in 4th. And Burkeen just hangs on for 5th. Tiberino slides out at the line. But he's going to get 6th. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Linz gets a 7th. So that's a good 9-7 performance from Connor Linz. Now Mora trying to bring it home ahead of Wilcox. There's lappers in front of Wilcox right now. Got to be careful. Will Whiteley is inside of the top 10 right behind him. All right, so Mora across the line, Wilcox across the line. Whiteley picks up a top 10. So well done to Will Whiteley. Connor Peavy ends up 11th. And Overturf, we'll wait for him, last runner on the lead lap in 12th.
I promise, Alex, I'm not saying it a bad way. Somebody in chat just said, I feel like there's a weird tension between Moto, Gogo, Guy, and Kellen. Not at all.
No, we are total bros. All right, cuts are in. It doesn't look like anybody was affected, so Sidehoff does the double here at Millville. And that'll do it for the 250 class here. Moto Gogo, I believe you're staying with me for 450s?
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. I'm here all night if you want me to be.
Right on, man. So we will take a short little break here, maybe 5 minutes. I'll try to fix my internet in the meantime. And we'll be back on the other side of this break. 450 class action coming up here from Millville. Don't change the channel or, change the URL or whatever you want to call it at all. We'll be coming back in just a moment here. You're watching the 2015 Motorsport.com Outdoor National Championship and MX Simulator Series brought to you by Race Factor Gaming.